father, born third in line, our eldest, Aral Majur, followed by Abul, I, and Jude. Then my father has two lovely grandchildren, Jelab, Arwal. So I'll begin with the biography of my father from the introduction. Okay. In loving memory of our father, grandfather, uncle, brother, late General David Major Dak, we come together to honor a man whose life was defined by unwavering commitment, boundless courage, and deep sacrifice. His tireless dedication to the liberation of South Sudan, his heroic service in the Sudan People's Liberation Army, and his unwavering devotion to his family, community, remain enduring inspiration to all those who knew him. His life was a testament of love for his people, his country, and the ideals of freedom and of peace and freedom. Late General David Major Danatel was born in August 1962, date 8, in Amiel, Dongchak Payam, Dukpadiet County. Danatel Nak, and Arwal Major. He was the youngest of his siblings in a monogamous family belonging to Pantio, Niel, Attica, Olsap clan. From a young age, he was instilled with the values of resilience, strength, and service to others. His values would shape his life and his plan to join the nation's freedom. On March 2025, date 7, late General Major Dak Telenak was assassinated in Nasir, Upper Nile, while being evacuated by a enemy's plane from a scene of attack. The late General David Major was wounded in the first attack, but decided to stay behind with his fellow wounded soldiers to ensure they were fast evacuated. Unfortunately, he was attacked and assassinated by the SPLA-IO, or the White Army, while being carried to the UN aircraft. His family. The late General Major Dak was born and grew with his brothers and sisters in Dukpadiet, or land, before he joined the SPLA Revolutionary War, where he spent most of his life until the time of his death. Following are the names of his brothers and sisters: Nyawar Dangatel, Tone Dangatel, Machar Dangatel, Achole Dangatel, Abul Dangatel, Adyur Dangatel, and him, the youngest, David Major Dangatel. He was a loving husband, devoted father, and a proud grandfather. He was married to Yarchoni Dengachot on November 1991, date 28, in Kapoita, and they built a family together, including his 4 children and 2 grandchildren. The children of the late include Arwal Major Dak, Abul Major Dak, Dang Major Dak, Chung Major Dak, as I introduced in the introduction. His grandchildren include Jela Bul Major Dak and Natural Major Dak. Throughout his life, the late general was deeply committed to his family, always putting their well-being at the forefront of his thoughts. His legacy lives onto his children and grandchildren, who continue to honor his memory and the sacrifices he made for their future. His education started in schools in 1972, and these are the following different schools he attended. Madrasa Duk in 1972, Boralif Primary School, Kongor Intermediate Primary School under the British system, and primary living examination at Bor Intermediate. He went to Mawir High School, Khartoum, Sudan, for Sudan certificate in 1982. But due to the discrimination against the people of Southern Sudan by then, his quest to liberate his people, amongst the reasons he motivated to join the SPLA revolution in 1983 and fight for the freedom of his people. The military training and certifications over the course of his service The military, over the course of his service, late General David Major Dak Telenak undertook the extensive military training, equipping him with the knowledge and skills necessary to lead on the battlefield. His professional military education included Shield 2. He attended in 1985, SPLA Fast Batch Air Defense Unit in 1984, SPLA Fast Batch Artillery Unit in 1995, Command and Control Fast Batch at Malawi in 2008. Admin Command and Control Course, Barara Military Academy, Uganda in 1995, Egypt African Cooperation for Decision Makers and Military High Academic Certificate, the Egypt Command Thunder Navy in 2020, CDR for Biometric Team 2 in Directorate of Military Organization, 2005, Specialized Air Defense and Artillery Weapons Training in Uganda, NASA High Military Academy, Cairo, Egypt, 2018. These qualifications made him a highly skilled and respectable leader in air defense, artillery, command and control, capable of facing the toughest challenges and leading his soldiers to victory. The late General David Major Dagatel officially joined the Sudan's People Liberation Movement, SPLA, on September 5th, 1983, marking the beginning of his long life service in the liberation struggle. He was a proud soldier dedicated to his people's cause. He received initial military training at Bonga Training Center in Ethiopia, completing it on December 28, 1983. He was later then assigned to SPLM Division 1, where he served several battalions, including He's 104th Battalion under CDR William Nguyen Bai, 105 Battalion under the 104th Battalion under CDR William Nguyen Bai, 105th Battalion under CDR Kulang Duot, Jamus Battalion under CDR Carbino Kwanyen Bol, Tiger Battalion under CDR Selfakir Mayardi, and Timsah Battalion under CDR Arok Donaro. His work experience and key command throughout his military career, the late General David Del held various important command roles. He was an instrument in shaping the strategies that led to the Sudan's liberation and subsequent defense. His career included, from 1984 to 1985, Malwal Governor's Area Operations and Job, CDR Basic Air Defense Unit, Red Army. From 1990 to 1992, CDR for the Red Army Brigade, Mungripi area. 1992 to 1995, OJS Operation Officer for Cosmos Unit. 1996 to 1999, OTB Company Commander for Cosmos Unit in Rokon, Tapari Based Command. CDR Battalion Air Defense Unit, JIU Division 1, Juba. He served multiple roles, commanding key divisions and shaping the course of operations. And in 2025, his final battlefield engagement in Nasir Upper Nile, where he met his tragic death. The major battles and engagement the late General David Major Dagatel was in forced him to be a battle-hardened commander, having participated in numerous pivotal battles. His bravery and leadership were equivalent in key engagements that helped shape the liberation of South Sudan, including Jakau in 1985, he secured Nasser from the Sudan Imperial Forces under CDR Karbino Kwanyin Bol. Kapoita in 1986 to 1987 led air defense and artillery units that captured a key garrison. Murwangapi in 1987 to 1981, he served under Major General Major Denkour with the Red Army. Kaya and Magui, Eastern Equatoria, from 1988, 1993, and 1997, commanded critical artillery operations. Igalanga and Liria Terkeka in 1989 engaged in strategic operations under CDR Mahmoud Mete. Rokon, from 1987 to 2003, led long-term campaigns under CDR Santino Deng Chop. Pogera in 1995, another major battle won under Mahmoud Mete. Western Equatoria in 1988, 1993, 1997, these were operations under CDR Ger Chuanga Long and CDR Pien Deng Kwal. Nasir Upper Nile State, 2025, his final engagement where he was tragically killed in action. In recognition of his bravery, leadership, and long life contributions, His Excellency, the President Salva Kiir Mayardit, posthumously awarded the late General David Major Dagatel with the rank of Lieutenant General on March 11, 2025. Although he had already attained the mark of Major General in his lifetime, this posthumous award was a final tribute to the sacrifice for the nation he served with pride and honor. Late General David Major Dagatel Nak forged unbreakable bonds with his fellow soldiers, men and women who fought alongside him in the trenches of Sudan's liberation struggle. His comrades such as Uncle Maduk, Madel, Paul Kat, Kok Malay, Deng Johnson, Malwale Deng, Neuta, Kulang Machot Kulang, Upright Madid Lem, were more than just fellow soldiers. These were his brothers, sisters in arms, sharing in the hardships, triumphs of the long-fought battle for freedom. We have condolence messages from different people around South Sudan. I'm going to read the condolence message from Bor Community Youth Association. Condolences from the Ministry of Roads and Bridges, and the condolences that were passed by all respective honors. One to take of the doctrine of Commander Tour reinvented by the late General David Major Dangatel, that the general does not surrender to civilians and militia warlords, that the general must prioritize the safety of his soldiers first before his safety. Thank you.